doing a drip check. Look at those.
We should do this. We should start all Zoom meetings this way. We do a drip check. Everybody in the room
Drip
that's
check.
just come in, we're doing a drip check as an icebreaker. You know what I'm saying?
It's necessary.
All right. Are you guys ready? I think we got the core group in here. All right, you're up.
All right, everyone. All right, Jeff and Zeph. Hey, welcome everyone. This is the Discover VR Career Chat. As you know, or you might know, we've had a monthly speaker series strictly about everything VR. So we've had demos, we've had guest speakers, we have career chats. And so we are super excited today to bring on Zephyr Stepper, one of the most creative, just amazing artists outside and inside VR that I think we've ever been exposed to. Just want to tell you a little bit about the Discover in case this is your first time. So the Discover program is the Clubhouse Network's VR exposure, VR platform and program initiative. And we focus on four things. One is having everyone experience VR, from educators to the young people we work with. The second thing is to have young people connecting across the network. So making sure that clubhouses and tech center youth can start meeting and collaborating with folks all over the network. The third one is being creators. And that's, I think, where Zeph is going to come in just in an amazing way, is encouraging folks to not just have the VR headsets be another consumer device and video game console, but to actually be producing and creating in VR and augmented reality eventually, and that sort of thing. And then the fourth kind of pillar of the program is exposing them to careers. And that's also where Zephyr is going to come in, because she's just, I don't want to steal any of her thunder, but she's just found a way to really embrace the creativity and passion that she's had for visual art, and then bring it and translate it into VR. So without any further ado, I will let Zephyr Stepper introduce herself and kind of give her background. So I'll give it away. Thank you, Steph. Thank you, Zeph, for being with us.
Thank you, Jeff. Hello, everybody. Hi, my name's Zephyr Stepper, and I am a creator here on Horizon Worlds. We're currently standing in one of my worlds. This is Aurora Master Suite. And as you can see, there are auroras behind me in my own style. And I'm going to talk a little bit about my experience here on Horizon. So, I'm a little background. I'm from New York, and I've always done art in some capacity. Like, it's more of a compulsion. So, ever since I've had like consciousness, like I've just been compelled to do art. I remember being in church, like my mom would sit me down with like one of her pens and like the back of a church pamphlet and just let me have at it while the sermon's going. And she's always supported me doing my art, and realized that it was kind of like I had to, like I had no choice. It's like a passion of mine, but like really it is a compulsion, and I've always done it. And it was always natural to me, like, you know, getting ready in the morning, you eat food, I do art. I've always been somewhat in my own little world, and luckily my parents have always supported that. I remember it wasn't uncommon for me to like walk around in a costume I built, like walking around broad daylight in a mask, in a wig, just fully decked out in my own crafts. My mom would always be like, "Oh, you know, she's artsy fartsy." She would explain it to the rest of my family, like, "You let her walk around like that." Yes, they've always supported that. So a big thing for me was miniatures. I've always loved the mini. I've always loved tiny little compressed little worlds and making it, and just not taking the world like as you see it and just like leaving it, like making your own world and just creating something out of nothing. So I've always done miniatures. It's just I love it. I got really sick when I was in high school. When I first came to high school, I was really sick. My mom had to pull me out of school, and I had to get homeschooled. So I wasn't seeing my friends, not regularly, and it would just be me and my teacher. And during that time, I did even more majors. It was a lot to handle being out of school and being so sick. So I did like a lot of miniatures at that time, and my teachers would really like always encourage me. Even when I was in school, like they would allow me to just be doing art as, classes going on. Like I'd be scribbling on my sketchbooks, and they would totally support that. They knew they weren't being ignored. It was just easy for me to absorb what they were talking about, and also just, I wasn't completely off in my own world. But yeah, oops. Back to ignore that hop. Uh, back to the time I was sick and doing homeschooling. Yeah, so miniatures was it for me. Making my own little world, that was my escape from what was going on. And uh, I made it through high school. It was tough, but I made it through high school. I was still doing miniatures. I was selling miniatures. I would use clay. That was my main material, but I would use all types of trash bits too. Like I would dumpster dive, and that's how I would go on dates. Like if someone was dating me, we'd go dumpster diving together. I would take my cousins dumpster diving with me, looking for raw materials, all of that, and that got me through really dark times. Um, I was selling art; it was great. I was doing traditional art, like paintings. It was awesome, but I was craving more. And the first time I saw VR, I put on a headset. A family member of mine actually worked for Meta at the time, and so he had a headset, and he let me use it. We were doing some sort of Star, Star Trek simulation type thing, and I was like so hooked. I loved it. I loved that it wasn't real. I loved the artificial. I loved just taking something and so like taking nothing and making it into something, like I loved the transformation. I loved the process. I love everything artificial. And I just was so like blown away that everything I'm seeing in my hands, all of this, the articulation, everything, it was all made by people. I love that. And I was hooked. I knew I needed a headset. Um, so I finally got one. And at first, I was just playing games. I remember my first day on VR chat. I I got my avatar, and I was looking at my hands and watching how they tracked. Like just like ooh, like looking it up and down. And somebody came up to me like, "What are you doing?" And this guy comes in, he's like, "Leave her alone. It's her first day. It's her first day." And they all immediately understood. They're like, "Oh, so like everyone gets it. Like everyone gets it. It's like, oh, your first day, you're just getting used to it." I'm just like, this is amazing. It was like being in a second skin, and I just love that. It was my imagination had nothing on this. Like it was insane. This whole other world. So I was hooked from the start. Like it was insane. But I wanted to get into making what I was seeing, being a creator. So I got on Horizon, and I got into build mode. And in build mode, I got to see you're giant, and you have a little creation. And I was so psyched that in build mode, it looks like a miniature. It looks like a miniature. I knew this was the place for me. I was hooked. I was just so happy. It was so familiar to me. It was like my old, not stopping ground, my old medium. Like it was just awesome. It plays like a miniature. It's great. I love the designing software on here. I love how it runs, and I just started building, and I couldn't stop. And I had no intention of having a career in here. I just wanted to do it. But as I began building, people would ask me, "Hey, I like that thing that you made. Can you help me out?" And I would be like, "Yeah." I've seen many at First World. I even to this day, I always carve out, no matter how busy I am, I always carve out a little bit of time to go to everybody's First World, help you with such and such, tell you some tips, look at everything, tell you what you're missing, something like that. I've always carved out a little bit of time, and I will always do that. But I just started building. I made food. In fact, over here is one of the first things I made, and I put him here. That's the uh, that's the buck up there. Yep.
Oh,
Don't worry, he died of natural pixelated causes. Um, I would always be building, and I just did it for fun. I had no intention of like selling or anything like that. But more and more people were like, "Can I have that you just made? That was dope. I'll pay you. Can I have that? Can you do something like this for me? Can you make me such and such dish? I would love that for my world." So I kind of became known as like the food girl on here. I would always be making food. Fun fact: all my worlds have food. I don't have one world without some sort of food in it. And I just became known for making food on here, and I loved it. Um, so I made a giant food world where you can like run and jump and bounce like amongst giant food. And that's like the first event I had on here. We played tag, like in the giant food world. It's called Zeph's Food Models. And I just love that. I know, again, no intention of selling. But more and more people would ask, like, "Can you do this for me? Like what you did for them was dope. Can you make this and this food?" And it just became my thing. And build by build, I just keep learning. I love when you make a mistake on here, you accidentally color something in, or you delete a certain part of something, and all of a sudden it's its own new thing, and it's so rad. I just fell in love with building on here. Like I love how it runs. This is my ideal platform, and I started to get creators who have been on the platform for a long time in my world, and they would be like, "This is all you, and you're new here," and they were just really really kind to me. A creator on here named Sadie Chan. Sadie Chan. She said, "You have to get an Instagram. You have to put yourself out there. You have to start." That's how she told me. That's how she got her commissions. She's like, you got to start." So I finally got on board and I got an Instagram, and people started to ask me for more custom stuff on there. And yeah, I started to just sell more. I would do bills for people, food for people. Right now, I'm doing a lot of portraits for people. Um, Jeff has seen some of my new work. I've done Snoop Dogg. I've done a portrait of Little Kim. Right now, I'm doing Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion, and it's just kind of like awesome. Like everybody's coming to me like with their idol. Like, "Hey, I want to see so and so immortalized." I've always loved my friend commissioned Johnny Cash. It's like it's so fun to see like people's like their idol. They want to see in here. They want a picture in their meta home of like their favorite singer, and it's just awesome. We've got Michael Jackson, and we've got who else is coming? Thanos. We got Thanos. Thanos is not a singer, but yeah, we got Thanos in the works. Um, who else? Let's see. It. I love this. It was such a pleasure. One of my heroes, someone commissioned me to do Angela Davis. Awesome, awesome stuff. So oh god, oh my god. The joy it brought me when they asked for Angela Davis was just something else. Everybody's asking for their favorite singer, and then that's awesome too. But like for someone to request, yeah, Angela Davis, that was awesome. Um, let's see, where are we? Fast forward a little bit, and I get uh, commissioned to work for BuzzFeed on their world in here, Mega Tasty. It was insane. Apparently, my friend who had done work for them was like, "You guys need somebody who does food and makes cute little things? Hmm, who do I know makes food? Who's known for making food on here?" So, so yeah, that was like, it was such a big thing. I was like screaming. My friends were like, we were fangirling out. It was crazy. So we worked on that. Uh, and oh my god, it was just so cool to be like in a company's build, like where we're there inside of build mode, and we're like, look at this. My friend turns to me, he's like, we're in a company's build on here, girl. We're making it, and it was just insane to me. It was like a huge get, and oh my god, that was just such a great opportunity. Um, I've done recently, relatively recently, I've done work for Maya, the singer songwriter. That was insane. I, oopsie, regard. Disregard that. It's just been an insane ride, and I'm just incredibly blessed. And I still pinch myself to this day. Like, I did not. I just got on here to like make a meta home. Like, I just wanted to make a house. You'll notice that many of my worlds are homes. I can't explain it, but I've always had like this feeling like I wanted to go home, even when I was home. Like, I wanted to return home, and I've got to do that here. And so that's why you'll see like almost all of my works are interiors, their houses. Almost all of them have a bed, a floofy bed. Let's see what we got here. We've got Gary the Gator cheese balls, and Gary the Gator kind of became my mascot. I did not mean for that to happen. We got Gary the Gator cheese balls, and I can shoot cheese balls out of them, and they launch really far. They have a mind of their own. There they go, off into the aurora, never to be seen again. Goodbye, cheese balls. And they also go into your stomach.
Oh wow.
When they interact with a player, they will make a munch sound, so you eat them. Munch, munch, munch. Yep.
Can I have some
And
of
I got
that?
some hot
Zeph?
cocoa.
Can I have some
You
of that?
may. Oh, yes. I've been a horrible guest. I'm sorry. You must be starving. There you go.
Oh,
He's
Wow.
open.
Thank
He's open. And
Thank you,
touchdown.
thank
Oh,
you,
no,
thank
I'm
you.
feeling. There we go.
Thank
But
you.
I just love sitting. I'm just so happy that I get to create things like this. And you get to walk through your creations. It's a million times better than like a traditional miniature because I get to walk through my creation. You can go really big in edit mode and then come in here and just like walk through a miniature, and it's just fantastic. And to this day, I cannot believe the Oculus getting VR was like the single best decision I've had. I've made so many friends on here. My whole family of friends are on here, and every day we come here without fail. We put on this face microwave and we put our hours in and we build hours, and if it has to be worth it if you're putting this very very hot, very very heavy thing on your face every day, microwaving your dome, essentially for hours on end. And we've spent the whole winter, we spent all of last winter in here, my friends and I, and it's just a great place like to just sit and just talk. Like, it's yeah, just amazing. Like, to this day, I still can't get over the fact that I get to do this, and I'm just so happy and content here. And it just gives me all of my needs. All of my emotional needs are met here. I'm very happy with my snowman sconces here. I want to show you guys that. Hold on, give you a better look. There you go. Yep. Yeah, let's see what we got here. We can order some room service. Oh yeah. So if you hold it close to your head, it says Aurora County Room Service. That's my voice, but I've kind of disguised it. I'll give you a chance to do that now. If you want to come a little closer, so I can hold it near. Okay, so we're gonna order some dinner first. So we come over here, and here at Aurora Cabin, we are very, very fast. Punctuality, everything to us. So the guys downstairs will have this sent up to us real quick. Watch. Okay, so now we got some lobster tail. Have some fries, a little champagne. Mm-hmm. Some
Can I
lobster
have a French
tail,
fry?
little fries. You may. There you go. I'm about to grab me a fry if you don't. There you go. And of course, we've got dinner. I mean, sorry, after dinner, dessert. And bam! Now we've got some fondue. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. You dip them. Get some chocolate on there. Some marshmallows. Some coconut macaroons. Oh yeah. Launch, launch. I can't tell you
Oops,
how
I'm
much
trying to.
VR has helped with my like cravings. Like I can just pretend this is real. So I don't have to go out and do something crazy like buy a box of chocolate like I used to. Yeah, so I can just like pretend. Try to
So
stop the sugar
Zephyr, can
again.
I ask you a question?
Oh, of course.
So for the folks who have never been in Horizon Worlds, I want to describe to them how amazing this actually is. Uh, how can you talk about the building blocks of one, how you put things together, like how you created this thing right here? Because I don't want anybody to take it for granted that, oh, there's a library and I just pulled a
Right,
something out of it and then I put it in the room. What
right,
did you
right,
actually do for, to build a space like this?
right. So, hold on. I'm still holding this. And back to its spot. So before I use a combination of mesh shapes and shapes, primitive shapes. Um, Primitive shapes would just be like circle, square, triangle. Like my friends, we have this joke. Like when people ask us about like building on here, they're like, "What do you get?" And we just tell them we get a blank slate and we get circle, square, triangle, and then we just build our. But yes, we didn't always have assets and mesh shapes. It was mostly just circle, square, triangle, if you will. But we got them, and it was like Christmas. We got our first assets and we broke them down into pieces. For example, this cloth is a mesh shape. It was part of the table. I took the legs off the table, and the rest of this is mostly primitive shapes. But I took the tablecloth off of the table, and then I built this cart. And this handle is actually from a what do you call it? Not wheelbarrow, but it's from something. I took off this handle, and I took off this tablecloth, and I just built this little room service cart. Let me show you how else mesh shapes come into play. I believe these were antlers. This chair here, I took off these antlers, I put it upside down, and then I used primitive shapes to build and text. Of course, text is a huge thing. This is how I was able to get something as translucent and you know, delicate as a snowflake. Text is like the best things on here can be done with text. Um, these pillows are a. This chair is made out of these cushions. Uh, they're made out of a mesh shaped pillow, and I put them on the chair. Let's see what we got here.
You know I'm in love with this rug. Wait, we can't skip this rug right
Roll it
here.
back, roll it back, roll it back. We got a polar bear again. Died of pixelated causes. He's fine. We've got Shrimpy. We've got Shrimpy the what do you call him? What was this called? Sorry, Jeff, help me out.
Fox.
Yeah, like
Oh,
Hey,
oh,
man.
You guys, oh, sorry,
yeah.
one sec.
What is
Alberto's
that
coming
called?
in with a message. Yeah, Alberto.
Gus wants to
Alberto.
know if we can we join the space right now? Oh, I'm sorry.
Question.
He's on Horizon World now too. So
Oh, okay. Gus is asking if people are in Horizon World now, if they could join the tour.
Sure.
Yeah, if you Gus,
Yep.
if anyone is in there, yeah, if you, especially if you're friends with Jeff, maybe you'd be able to let him in on the side.
Yeah, this is a
Yeah.
close instance, so we can send you a invite. We'll all be able to send him an invite to come here.
Nice.
Got him. Yeah, if anybody else is there, just let me know.
Right on.
So
Alrighty.
Zephyr, you made this rug right through shapes.
Yes, this rug is almost entirely made out of the primitive shapes. The only thing that was a mesh shape is this more flat part down here. That looks I made it to look like his skin a little bit, getting flat. The
Uh,
thing underneath him, yeah, that would be the only
Gotcha.
mesh shape. But yeah, I had a bear rug, like a grizzly bear, and then I just edited it to be this polar bear. He's sleepy.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Let's see. This phone is actually not an asset. There are only two mesh shapes in this phone, and that is the loop, this loop right here. We have a loop shape in primitive shapes, but it's not thin enough. So that loop shape right there is an asset. And these dials, which are just really circles but together, are mesh shapes. But the rest is just primitive shapes. And yeah, I like to be very sparing with the mesh. Uh, my One of my favorite things in this build was this table. I am in love with my table. I fought really hard capacity wise to get both of them in the build. I had to sacrifice other things, but by golly, I got my table and I'm happy with that. I had to delete a lot of stuff, but yeah.
Can you
love
define
it.
mesh shapes for the folks who may not know what that is? Like what a mesh shape is?
Yes. So a mesh shape makes up an asset. A mesh shape is a shape that uses a different software that we don't have yet on Horizon, and you can tell a mesh shape because it's smoother, it's more fluid. Um, like this definitely would take a lot of shapes to get something to look like this, like a lot of primitive shapes
Mm.
to get it. So we don't currently have the ability to make our own meshes and bring them in here. So what we do is we take assets and we break them down into the pieces and we use them in our house.
Got you.
It was like Christmas the
Beautiful.
first day we got our assets because we were all taking them about like, oh, did you see this shape? Like you could probably use this shape. This looks like it would be versatile, and we would be like sharing shapes with each other, like dropping them into blank worlds. Like, hey, I think you would utilize this bendy shape in the stuff you do. You know.
Very cool. All right.
Here we have the bathroom. I can't believe I almost forgot about the bathroom. Um, Now, I am still in the process of learning how to script, but I've scripted almost everything in my worlds. That's kind of like the extent of my knowledge. My worlds, like the scripts in there, are kind of the extent of my scripting knowledge. I am a builder, and I am still learning how to do very complicated scripts, but I know a few things. And this was the first time I think I worked with scaling. And let's do it. One, two, three.
Oh,
See, it scales down when it enters a trigger and it returns back to its spot over here where the bath bombs are. And you can hear a fizzy sound if you want to check it out. You can hear a fizzy sound as the bath bomb dissolves.
Oh, and it turns colors.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
So
that's
we got
incredible.
purple, green, and let's do pink, of course. There it goes.
Oh my gosh.
It brings me such happiness when people like they'll get back to me. They'll be like, "Hey, we were in your world. I come there. Usually, I come there alone and I relax." And they tell me that they go in a closed session and they just come in my world and just relax. And people have fallen asleep, and that's like my favorite thing to hear. Like they just come to my world, closed session, get away from it all. No one can get to them, and they just use it as a place to meditate and fall asleep. And I love that.
So, can I ask a question?
Of course,
I wanna be sure that the folks on here know this. Oops, I'm stepping on my. You have no coding background at all,
I do
right?
not. Mm-mm.
And so Horizon Worlds, so scripting is kind of like Horizon Worlds version of coding, kind of,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So for the folks in the network who are familiar with Scratch and the block coding, all that coding in Horizon Worlds, that's called scripting. And so everything you see that is doing something, like the bath balls, Zephyr has scripted, it's coded.
At a time, I would call myself strictly a builder, um, and not a scripter, but I'm slowly getting it. And because I realized that I can't just leave it as, oh, I'm just a builder, you know me, I'm just a builder, I don't script. I can't leave it as that, because really, like, scripting is what brings your world alive. It is possible to do an amazing bomb world with no scripting, but scripting really does bring your art alive, and especially for the things that I want to do going forward. Like, the scripting would be everything. I have so many ideas and so many drafts, so many draft worlds, so many started things, so many draft worlds, and so many ideas bouncing around that definitely need scripting. um I'll describe it as like building would be the truck and scripting would be the gas. And yeah, I really am. I'm getting there. I'm trying to get there. But scripting is not very easy. Definitely doesn't come natural to me. Building comes natural to me. Scripting does not. But I am trying. Yep.
That's incredible. Oh, look at the little sculptures up here.
Yes, my globes.
I just noticed.
The globes.
Wow.
Check this out. You can put on this anti-aging cream.
Oh. Sorry, y'all.
It's okay. So you grab the. It's on your face.
10 years off.
You can't see it, but it's on your face. If you want to grab it, and kind of grab towards your face, grab some. Take it off.
I have to rub it.
It's on you. To rub. Get that collagen in there. But, there you go.
Oh,
That's what
it's my cucumber.
The cucumbers. Oh my gosh.
It's my nice.
You put
I'm
on.
so glad this is recorded.
But yeah, I love interactables. I love just all the fun things that can be done in here. It is just so cool to just make your own little world. Like, I've spent over a year in here just with my friends who are also builders too, just building and creating new experience. Like, what's going to be our next hangout spot? Like, what are we doing next? Where are we going to meet? And we're always just up to building our new place to hang out, and I just get to share it with everyone out here, not just my friends. And like I said, I had no idea. I didn't know that buying an Oculus would, give me all of this happiness. I couldn't have predicted getting an Oculus would be this cool. Yeah.
That's incredible. Question. So
Yeah.
for the folks who have never been in here, what did this world look like when you first got in here? It was when you say a blank canvas, like like ground, grass, and sky, or
just a grid?
Just a grid,
Yeah.
not even grass and sky.
No.
Wow.
There are some worlds that give you just grass in the sky and everything. I like to start off with a blank world, instead of the other environments that you can have. Like, I think it's called Grassy Meadow. I just start off with I come in here and it's just a grid. There's the horizon blue color. The horizon world's blue around, and just a grid, and I start from there.
Beautiful. So can we take a look at the auroras, and you can describe kind of the process and scripting that was involved in that?
Yeah, and just so everybody knows, back in the room, I heard Alberto's voice a little bit. I know you're probably building up questions. Alberto's clocking all of them. Yeah, sorry, Alberto, did you get what you want to say?
Yeah. Are we gonna have a separate Q&A, or do you want me to just ask through the right now?
Yep. No, we'll take a minute, after we wrap this portion, and then we'll take time specifically for everyone's questions. Yeah, thanks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, you guys.
Alrighty, so we're here so I built, one of my favorite things is kind of building up a universe. And so right now we are in a resort, and it's called Aurora Cabin. Downstairs this is more winter. It's a little Christmassy if you call. I actually had this whole debate with my friends whether snowmen were strictly Christmas or not. But I wanted this world to be winter, not Christmas. I do have a Christmas world, if you see down here. And we might go to this. Maybe down through here. Oh yeah. We might go down here to the Aurora cabin. This is the lobby. So right now we're upstairs. We're in one of the suites, and this would be the lobby. This is the getaway. So you'll see the same background in here too, the same auroras.
Okay.
That's just kind of like how I build my universe. I like attach a door because capacity is the limit here. Capacity is just bane of our existence on here as creators. But yeah, that's our limitation. So I connect worlds with doors, and that was the door down to Aurora cabin. So these auroras are, I had fiddled around with many shapes to get this. It is definitely not realistic. It's definitely stylized. I like how it is. There was a more realistic approach, but I just fell in love with how they look.
Beautiful.
Thank you. It's this is a mesh shape. This fluidity comes with the mesh shape, and I stretched it out, and then I grouped it with something else to stretch it even further into a different direction. And then I colored. They're white. These auroras are white when you get up close to them. And I color them using strictly light boxes. So in build mode, you'll see that there are light boxes all around. And the thing that's making them kind of flash around is a few dynamic lights. Dynamic lights are those lights that you can move around, and they'll light something like in real time. Glow boxes, as we have right now, don't quite have the same effect. But yeah, I've used blue, a little yellow, some green, magenta, and they go all around. My favorite view of them up here is through here back in the bathroom. You could see them kind of trail off. If you want to take my spot, like, yeah, there you go. They just trail off.
So dope. So dope.
Thank you. Yeah, I love my little auroras.
Yes. You want to show them the Netflix?
Yes. Let's just jump right in. So you had a day. You get your hot cocoa with the cookie straw, as I call it. There you go. Oh, look at Matt. Matt's got he's got the full thing. He's got his mask. He's got the full. He's in bed. He's got his cocoa with the cookie straws, and the marshmallows, and he's ready. And he wants to watch some Bridgerton, don't you, Matt? You want to watch your show, Bridgerton?
There's my show right there.
So we use the remote, and we can pause it. We can bring it back.
And just again, so they don't take for granted, you made that. You made everything from the Netflix logo to the castle.
I didn't make the castle. I tweaked the castle. Why the castle is there and why I chose Bridgerton is because I specifically wanted to use this castle background. This castle background is a mesh shape, so that means it's all counting as one object. So I got to save on object space. I could of course made like it would be a lot of squares would make this up, but because I just thought, I'll just use the castle asset, and I tweaked it, but yeah, it was merely just to save on objects because it would be a lot. But yeah.
Very cool.
But yes, I did script it. I did make the little Netflix logo of the series and it going into pausing with the sound, and yes.
And then this fireplace. How did this come about?
So the fireplace is using a trail. Well, firstly, the fire spikes, they're animated. They're just going up and down. Those are colored glowing spikes. And they're going up and down on a loop. What is also in a loop is the trail effect. I started the trail off with orange, and the tail end of the trail effect is blue, because like the fire has that some of the blue flames. So what you're seeing is, how do I explain this? So like there's an invisible object with a trail effect attached. Wherever the object goes, the trail follows after. So the beginning color is orange, as you see, and the ending color of the trail is blue. And that's my hand. My hand. That's me animating with my hand, just it doing this. And then I duplicated more of them.
Incredible.
As you get close, you can hear the roaring fire. I didn't use any sound. Music. I didn't use any music in this world. Not many at all of my worlds do. I just kind of like to use environmental sounds. There's many sound boxes around here. If you get close to out here, because this is just a straight up open window, if you get close, you'll hear whistling wind. You step back, you won't hear it as much. You get close over here, you'll hear the whistling wind. Over there, anywhere there's the window, you'll hear wind.
Oh, wow.
Very subtle. When we were by the fireplace, I hear the fire crackling.
And just for everyone's
So when it comes
reference,
to sound,
I've actually turned down my world sounds before we came in here to cut down on any background music or whatever to make it easier. So if people are like, I can hear the crackling, yeah, I have it tuned down in my settings, or you'd be hearing it louder.
All right, we want to open it up for questions. Matt, this mask on you is hilarious.
Where's my selfie cam?
Like this,
you can pick out your camera, point to your wrist.
Has really.
Okay, all right, people, we're gonna.
He has really embraced.
Take a look.
Oh, so
look how relaxed
skin is gonna be glowing after this.
You know.
Oh, just commemorate this moment. All right. It's nice. Okay. All right. Well, you guys, the questions have been coming from me and my spa face. Alberto, you want to start feeding them over?
Yep. So, Jill says that she's in love with the lighting in Zephyr's home. How do you go about creating that type of ambience?
Jill says she's in love with the lighting in your home. How do you go about creating this kind of ambiance?
Thank you. Hello. Is it Joe? Is it?
Yeah, he said Joe Alberto. Yeah.
Jill.
Oh, it's Jill.
Hey, Jill. Jill. Hello, Jill. Lighting is a big thing in my worlds. I rely on lighting to give it that realistic look to it and add warmth. So, it's nighttime here, and your environment box, that's where you can change the lighting. Sorry, whether it's like light or dark out, and it appears to be like it. This is nighttime we're at, and I always choose nighttime worlds because it's easier to manipulate lighting when everything is dark. In daytime worlds, it does not look as realistic. That's why most of my worlds are set during the night. You can use an environment box. Sorry, I keep looking out here because in build mode, that's where the environment box is. But you can use the environment box to choose whether something is day, how light or dark it is. Now we have like, before we didn't have this, but we have like a skybox. So we can even choose backgrounds. This is not a background. Those are shapes that I use. I made this, the mountains out there. But you can choose a background that has mountains in it or a little city far away. Yeah, it really does save. Oh God, it really does save object space. But yeah, definitely nighttime would be your best bet with being able to like control the shading in here and the lights. There's a lot of glow boxes here that you guys can see, of course, in edit mode. There's a lot of glow boxes around, giving off that warm light. Here there are multiple blue lights as you come close, so that the rim of the world looks really cold and really blue, because that's how it would look if we had auroras around. Out here in the winter, like up in the mountains, in here would be very orange, and out here near the edges would be very blue. So I have a lot of blue boxes around the open space here. But, yeah, I've got tons of warm, like orange lights, orangey brown lights around the room.
Wow, cool. So much science in there. All right, what do we got next?
All right. So the next one, Doc, he wants to build a coding classroom environment. This is beyond what he thought was possible. I guess that's just a comment, more of a comment.
Oh wow!
Maybe
Doug said
advice or something. Maybe like something.
Yeah, so Doug's saying that he wants to prepare this kind of space for coding and teaching young folks, and you just broke him open to beyond what he thought was even possible. That's a comment.
Oh, Thank you, Doug. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
Next. What programming? This is for me. What programming language does she use?
Oh, for the scripting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alberto's asking what programming language does the scripting system use in Horizon Worlds?
I am not sure if it has a different name than just Horizon. I'm not sure if what its name would be. Actually.
Okay.
Okay.
It might just be called
Do
Horizon.
any more over there, Alberto?
No. Oh, Jill also says that she loves the log and stone wall.
I have a question.
She loves the. Sorry, Jeff.
Oh, go ahead.
So yeah, we're going back. So folks know I'm getting Alberto in my ear that these guys are not. So sorry. There's Jill had one more comment. It was that she loves what? Sorry, Alberto.
That she loves the log and stone wall behind her TV.
She loves the log and stone wall.
Thank you. Thank you, Jill.
Yeah. Thanks, Jill. What were we gonna say, Jeff?
So my question is, has anybody from Meta reached? I mean, if you can say, or feel free to be like, I can't talk about that. But has anybody from Meta reached out to you about your amazing spaces? Like, to me, as a company, I would feel like showcasing some of your work would be just advantageous to the whole community. Has anybody reached out?
I cannot believe how neglectful I've been. I am sorry. I completely buried it. I don't know how I completely buried it. I'm sorry. In July, I'm looking at my emails and I see an email from Meta. And it was the email telling me that I am now monetized. And I can't believe I did not mention it. Thank you for the celebratory beatbox. Oh, can you believe it? I was going insane. Insane. My neighbors probably hated me. I could not believe it. I could not believe it. After all this hard work, it was just really, really just so just amazing. Like I felt like my work paid off. I already had that feeling, but to receive that from Meta was just it was just great.
Okay, now for the folks who don't know what monetize means, can you explain what that means, what that message means?
Yes. So being in the creative program means you're monetized and you will get paid for the visits to your world. So I was insane. I can't believe I forgot to tell you guys. Wow. But yes, you are now paid by Meta for creating worlds, having people come to them, and it is insane. You get also a whole bunch of other things like support, and it's really great.
That's incredible. And how do you get the word out about your worlds? Like, do they put it on the main page, or do you put it on your IG?
Yeah, I do post on not as often as I should, but I do post my worlds on Instagram. What's really cool, all of my worlds have been trending on the trending page in Horizon. So that's really cool.
And
so yeah, and it's word of mouth. People they come with their friends, they press the save button. That's why you'll hear creators always saying, like and save, like and save. I usually just say, if you like it, please like it. Like, so if you like the world, like it. But like people, they like it, they save it, they come back. They're like, oh, I just saw this new world. So when we go world hopping, like usually like people, they'll go world hopping like in a group, and they'll see what's good and see what's new. And you go through your saves like, oh, I just got this new world. It's by blah blah. Like you guys need to go see it. And yeah, that's kind of how your worlds spread out.
And you can share it with just a link
right now.
So if we were to like if folks wanted to come visit and support and tour this from the inside that are on here right now, we would share a link to the world. How do you access it, and how do you share out something like
you would
that?
just you'd pull up your menu, and you type in for example, you type in Aurora Master Suite, and this will come up. And yeah, you could also go down to the creator part of your menu, and then click on my face, or right here you click on my profile. You click on my name, and you can view my profile and see all of my works. So you can hop from world to world just off of my face. You just click on my face and just like hop from world to world of all the worlds. But you could use the search in the in world search. That's how you would find a world.
And I was going to turn it back over, let folks open up their mics. Unless Jeff, were you about to say something first?
Oh no,
I see your avatar is doing these things. Okay. That's movement. Yeah. So I don't know if any more came in, Alberto, or if we're just under 10 minutes. If folks wanna unmute and chime in, I can translate.
Okay. Yeah. No more. So they asked about being if Horizon allows them to become a world creator. Someone answered.
They're asking what's the criteria for becoming a world creator in Horizon?
Maybe basically, but they asked, so Horizon allows me to be a world creator?
Just pop into your create tab, and you just start. And I tell people, just have at it. Just start and don't stop. Just keep going. It may be a little challenging at first, getting the feel of everything, but it's available to everyone. You just press your create tab, and you can just go into a world, start putting things together. Go into it with no expectation. Just start and just don't stop and just keep going. You just go in the create tab, and anyone can build. That's the awesome part.
Does that
There's a shameless plug too.
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
A shameless plug is that Barry has actually been coming in here and building things and like going through the basics and putting little tutorials together. And those tutorials are on the main Discover page in Clubhouse Connect. So Barry is the one who introduced us to Zephyr. And
shout out to Barry. Big shout out to Barry. Thank you, Barry. Thank you so much.
Yes, Zephyr has been like working with him and showing him some things. So
right. So to that point, yeah, as Zephyr said, you could go on, click the create tab, and then if you want resources on how to create once you're in there, we got them on the Discover page. Very nice.
Big shout out to Barry. Hello, he's probably watching right now. Thank you so much. Yeah, Barry is great to have in build mode. We'll just be like, I'll just be pulling out things, and he'll like give me his impression of it, and we'll just be making it's just awesome. He's just great to have in build mode. And thank you for setting all this up, Barry. You are awesome.
Nice. We maybe have time for one more? Anybody else wants to unmute and come in? Any other questions for Zephyr Stepper before she gives us a fabulous outro?
If I randomly disappear, it's because my headset is about to die.
Okay.
So
I gotcha.
On ones?
No
more in the chat?
No, the Numfundo had a comment. She's awestruck and she really looks forward to
downstairs to the cabin, Zeph.
Sure.
You have a comment that just came in about
this. Yeah, Numfundo, she's like awestruck and really looking forward to the introduction of the creating new worlds for members. So she's inspired. Nice. She's inspired.
She is awestruck and inspired to begin creating new worlds and working with her members doing it.
And she thanks her for her creation.
That's everything. I'm so happy. If you enjoy my worlds just like 30% of how much I enjoy making it, then that's everything. I'm so glad you can be inspired. Please, yes, come to Horizon. Make your worlds. Walk through your creation. Make something and just don't stop. Yes. I encourage literally everyone to do it. It is an amazing feeling.
Beautiful. Thanks, Jeff.
So cool. Well, oh wait, we have
3 minutes.
2 more minutes. Yeah, can we walk to the cabin downstairs? Might as well.
Sure, we could do a really fast one.
Just a peek for the
3 minutes,
outros.
I'm not sure. All right, let's do it real quick. All right, I can take this all at once. Here we go.
And just for reference, we began this session as Zephyr had invited Jeff and I to a party inside Horizon Zero Worlds. So she's able to summon us wherever she wants to go by inviting us to worlds once you're inside the settings.
Oh, yo.
Mhm.
I haven't been in here.
Christmas Town.
Wow, this is an epic little just a little teaser on the way out.
So here we are downstairs. See, this is where we came from. We were upstairs and we took the stairs all the way down here through this door.
All right.
Oh, I think Jeff might have crashed. I mean, died. His headset died. Yeah.
Got the pixelation. Do you want to tell us one more time what the name of this room is so folks can search it on their own?
Yes.
And then we're in the outro.
Yes, this is Aurora Cabin. We were upstairs in Aurora Master Suite. Now we're in Aurora Cabin, which is the lobby. It is definitely more Christmassy here and less just winter. Upstairs, I wanted to keep it winter so it lasts throughout the season. But this is for Christmas. We're down here in the lobby, and it has this barrel shape that I wanted here. And here we can just plop down into here. I'm getting nostalgic. Really good memories here. So here we are. We're lower down. These donuts are from my really close friends, the Kawaii family in here, Kawaii creator.
Oh.
And we got these cute little donuts. My favorite one is the eggnog one. There you go. And
Fancy. All right. Well, man, this is incredible. Everybody that's on there, this honestly was one of the things we're the most excited about, and especially in terms of the inspiration and the idea of consuming on this device and producing on it. And what more of an incredible way to illustrate this than all of these incredible things you've either created from, if not the mesh, from scratch, from cones, circles, squares, cubes, spheres.
Thank you.
Incredible.
It really is everything to me. Like you're walking through my obsession. So yes. And thank you to everybody watching.
Thank you.
Hope I could see you here sometime in the meta flesh, as I say.